The leaves rustle, a chill wind whispers through the trees. Autumn has come, and the nights grow long. Look, high in the sky a harvest moon hangs heavy, bigger and brighter than usual. This is no ordinary moon. This is the hunter's moon, and its eerie light casts long dancing shadows that seem to writhe and coil like living things. This moon, so beautiful, so serene, heralds a time of dread. For when the hunter's moon glows red, it is said that the wild hunt rides. The hunter's moon is more than just a celestial event, it is a harbinger, it is a warning. An ancient terror stalks the land when the leaves fall and the nights grow cold, a terror that has haunted the imaginations of people across Europe for centuries. It is a legend whispered around flickering hearths, a tale to chill the blood and stir the soul, the legend of the wild hunt. Fear grips the hearts of villagers as the hunter's moon rises. They shutter their windows tight and huddle around their fires, for they know that on this night the barriers between the worlds grow thin. The veil lifts, and the wild hunt, with all its fury and terror, is abroad. The wild hunt. The very name sends shivers down the spine, invoking a primal fear that lies deep within us. Imagine, if you will, a night like this, where the air is thick with tension and the shadows seem to move on their own. The wind howls like a banshee, its eerie wail echoing through the forest, and the trees groan under the weight of some unseen force, as if they are alive and in pain. Suddenly, a distant sound cuts through the night, the baying of hounds, a sound that chills the blood. But these are no ordinary hounds. They are the harbingers of doom. These are hellhounds, their eyes burning with infernal fire, their presence a sign of the supernatural, their barks echoing like thunder, reverberating through the night and shaking the very ground. And then it begins, a rush of wind, a deafening roar, as if the very heavens are opening up. And a procession of ghostly riders bursts through the clouds, their forms ethereal and terrifying, their steeds' hooves trampling the very fabric of the night, leaving a trail of darkness in their wake. This is the wild hunt, a terrifying cavalcade of spectral beings, a force of nature that cannot be stopped, racing across the sky, leaving chaos and fear in their wake, a sight that haunts the dreams of those who witness it. Led by a mythical figure, often a god or a king who has bargained with dark forces, a leader who commands the respect and fear of all who see him, the wild hunt is a spectacle that chills the blood, a vision of the supernatural that defies explanation and leaves a trail of whispered legends in its wake, stories that are passed down through generations. The wild hunt is not merely a spectacle, however. It is a force of nature, a harbinger of misfortune, a sign of impending doom that cannot be ignored. It is a warning to all who see it. To witness the hunt is to be touched by death itself, to feel the cold hand of fate upon you. It is a warning, a portent of things to come, a sign that the world is about to change. And woe betide those who find themselves in the path of the wild hunt, for their fate is often terrible to behold, a fate that is written in the stars and cannot be changed. The wild hunt is a force that must be respected, a legend that will never die. The unearthly hounds that run with the wild hunt are not mere animals. They are spectral beasts, their forms shifting and changing in the flickering light of the hunter's moon. Some say they are the souls of the damned, forever cursed to chase after the hunt. Others believe they are monstrous creatures from the darkest depths of myth and legend. Whatever their true nature, these hellhounds are a terrifying sight. Their eyes burn with an infernal fire, and their howls send shivers down the spines of even the bravest souls. They are the heralds of the hunt. Their cries a warning that something terrible is approaching. Some say their barking is the mournful cries of lost souls, forever bound to the hunt. Others claim that each bark is a death knell, counting down the last moments of those unfortunate enough to hear them. The baying of the hounds is a reminder that the wild hunt is not merely a spectacle. It is a force to be reckoned with, a force that can bring death and destruction to all who stand in its path. And so when the hounds are heard on the wind, people cower in their homes, praying that the hunt will pass them by. Who are these figures that ride with such fury and abandon across the night sky? They are a terrifying sight to behold. Some appear as skeletal figures, their bones gleaming in the moonlight. Others are cloaked in shadow, their faces hidden from view. They are the stuff of nightmares, their forms shifting and changing as they ride, their eyes burning with an eerie light. Some say they are the spirits of great warriors, forever doomed to ride for eternity. Others believe they are demons and devils, loosed upon the world to wreak havoc and despair. Among their ranks ride figures, both legendary and local, kings and queens, heroes and villains, all swept up in the eternal chase. Some ride with grim determination, their faces etched with the weariness of ages. Others revel in the chaos, their laughter echoing across the land. But regardless of their identity, one thing is certain. The riders of the Wild Hunt are not to be trifled with. They are bringers of chaos and destruction. And those who cross their path often meet with a grim and untimely end. Section 5. The Hunter's Prey. Lost souls and unfortunate souls. The Wild Hunt does not ride merely for sport. It is a hunt in the truest sense of the word, and like any hunt, it requires prey. The quarry of the Wild Hunt is no ordinary beast. It is said that they hunt the souls of the living, those who have strayed from the righteous path, those who have committed unspeakable acts, and those who are simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. The Wild Hunt is relentless, and its prey is often unaware of the danger until it is too late. The eerie silence of the forest is broken only by the rustling of leaves and the distant sound of spectral hooves. Those who are caught by the hunt are said to meet with a variety of grisly fates. Some are dragged to the underworld, their screams echoing through the night, while others are forced to join the hunt, riding for eternity as part of the spectral procession. The fear of being hunted by the Wild Hunt is deeply ingrained in the folklore of those who live in the shadow of the hunter's moon. It serves as a warning, a reminder that even in the darkest nights we are not alone. There are tales of those who have vanished without a trace after an encounter with the hunt, their homes found empty, their loved ones left to wonder at their fate. The Wild Hunt is a force beyond our understanding, a reminder that there are forces in this world that can easily sweep us away. The legend of the Wild Hunt has been passed down through generations, a chilling tale that continues to haunt the imaginations of those who hear it. Some believe that the Wild Hunt is a punishment for those who have sinned, a way for the spirits to exact their revenge on the living. Others see it as a test of courage, a challenge to face the unknown and emerge victorious. Whatever the truth may be, the Wild Hunt remains a powerful symbol of the unknown, a reminder that there are still mysteries in this world that we may never fully understand. So, the next time you find yourself alone in the dark, remember the tales of the Wild Hunt and the lost souls who have fallen prey to its relentless pursuit. And perhaps, just perhaps, you will find the courage to face the darkness and emerge unscathed. For in the end, it is not the hunt that we should fear, but the darkness within ourselves. The fear of being hunted by the Wild Hunt is deeply ingrained in the folklore of those who live in the shadow of the hunter's moon. It serves as a warning, a reminder that even in the darkest nights, we are not alone, and that there are forces beyond our understanding that can easily sweep us away. Section 6. Across cultures and time variations on a chilling theme. The Wild Hunt is not unique to a single culture or time period. It is a phenomenon that has been observed and recorded in various forms across different regions and eras. It is a motif that echoes throughout European folklore, appearing in various forms and guises. The stories may differ, but the essence remains the same. From the icy plains of Scandinavia to the rolling hills of the British Isles, the Wild Hunt takes on the flavor of the local myths and legends, adapting to the cultural context of each region, while retaining its core elements of ghostly riders, spectral hounds, and an atmosphere of dread and unease. These elements create a sense of continuity and shared experience across different cultures. In some versions of the legend, the Wild Hunt is led by a named figure, often a god or a hero from local mythology. This leader is sometimes depicted as a powerful and fearsome figure, commanding respect and fear. Often a god or a hero from local mythology. These figures add a layer of complexity and intrigue to the legend, making it more relatable to the people of that region. In others, the leader of the hunt is a shadowy, unnamed entity, its motivations unknown and its power absolute. This ambiguity adds to the sense of mystery and fear surrounding the Wild Hunt, its motivations unknown and its power absolute. The unknown leader represents the unpredictable and uncontrollable forces of nature and the supernatural. Each region has its own unique interpretation of the hunt, adding a layer of cultural significance and historical context to the legend. These variations reflect the diverse ways in which different cultures understand and interact with the supernatural, adding a layer of cultural significance and historical context to the legend. The Wild Hunt serves as a mirror, reflecting the fears, values and beliefs of the societies that tell its story. The enduring presence of the Wild Hunt across so many cultures suggests a shared human fascination with the idea of a supernatural hunt, a primal fear of the unknown that transcends borders and languages. This fascination speaks to a deep-seated human need to make sense of the world and its mysteries, a primal fear of the unknown that transcends borders and languages. It is a testament to the power of storytelling and the ways in which myths and legends can connect us across time and space. It speaks to a universal human experience of the uncanny, the unsettling feeling that there is something more to the world than meets the eye. This feeling is a reminder of the limits of our understanding and the vastness of the unknown. the unsettling feeling that there is something more to the world than meets the eye. The wild hunt, in all its variations, continues to captivate and terrify, a timeless reminder of the mysteries that lie just beyond our grasp. Section 7. Odin's Hunt, Norse Mythology and the Wild Hunt. In Norse mythology, the wild hunt is often associated with Odin, the All-Father, the god of war, death, wisdom and magic. Odin is often depicted as a one-eyed wanderer, cloaked in blue and grey, riding his eight-legged steed, Sleipnir, across the sky. Odin's hunt is not merely a terrifying spectacle, it is a quest for knowledge. Odin is a seeker of wisdom, and he is said to ride with the souls of fallen warriors, gathering their stories and their strength. His presence is often accompanied by ravens and wolves, creatures associated with death and the battlefield. The Norse wild hunt, while terrifying, also serves as a reminder of the cyclical nature of life and death. Odin's role as a psychopomp, a guide of souls to the afterlife, adds another layer of complexity to the legend, highlighting the thin veil between the worlds of the living and the dead. Section 8. Herne the Hunter, a British Isle manifestation. On the misty, fog-shrouded British Isles, the wild hunt takes on a distinctly local flavour. Here, the leader of the hunt is often identified as Herne the Hunter, a shadowy figure associated with Windsor Forest and in particular with the grounds of Windsor Castle itself. Herne is often depicted as a towering figure clad in green, wearing the antlers of a stag upon his head. He is said to ride with a pack of hounds, their barks echoing through the ancient trees of the forest. Legend has it that Herne was once a huntsman in the service of King Richard II. Some stories claim that Herne was betrayed and hanged for treason. Others say that he made a deal with the devil to save his life, becoming forever bound to the forest. Whatever his origins, Herne the Hunter is a figure of fear and awe, and his appearance is said to herald misfortune and death. Section 9. The Wild Hunt in Art and Literature, Inspiration for the Ages. The Wild Hunt, with its compelling imagery and chilling themes, has captivated artists and writers for centuries. From ancient cave paintings to modern-day novels, the hunt has served as a source of inspiration, its imagery woven into tapestries, paintings, poems and stories. One of the most famous depictions of the wild hunt is found in the music of German composer Richard Wagner. His opera, Der Ring des Nibelungen, features a scene in which the Valkyries, female figures who decide who lives and dies in battle, ride through the air, their cries echoing those of the wild hunt. The wild hunt continues to capture the imagination of artists today. In literature, film and music, the hunt serves as a potent symbol of the darker aspects of human nature, the primal fear of the unknown, and the enduring power of ancient myths. Section 10. Rational explanations versus supernatural beliefs. Debunking the myth. Over the centuries, many have attempted to find a rational explanation for the legend of the wild hunt. Some suggest that the myth originated from the sounds of the wind howling through the trees, the cries of migrating birds, or even the aurora borealis, its flickering lights mistaken for ghostly riders in the sky. Others point to the very real dangers of nighttime hunts, particularly in times when superstition and belief in the supernatural were widespread. The fear of becoming lost or attacked in the dark, coupled with the adrenaline of the hunt, could easily have given rise to tales of spectral riders and otherworldly hounds. While rational explanations can be tempting, they often fail to capture the full scope and power of the wild hunt legend. The enduring nature of the myth, its persistence across cultures and time periods, suggests that there is something more at play than simply misinterpretation of natural phenomena or the anxieties of nighttime hunts.